Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel once again. So in this video we will be talking about atomic design in React, a powerful methodology for building scalable and reusable UI components. Whether you are a developer or a designer, this approach will definitely help you to build interfaces. So let's understand what is atomic design and why we should be using all these things, and what is the role of using this, means what all you can achieve when you use atomic design. So first of all, let's understand what is atomic design. So atomic design is a concept which was created by Brad Frost. It was inspired by chemistry. It organizes user interfaces into a hierarchy, just like atoms form molecules which form organisms and so on. So the five stages of atomic design are: first atoms, second molecules, third is organisms, fourth is templates, and fifth is pages. The atomic design system has five clear stages: atoms, molecules, organisms, template, and pages. So let's understand each one by one, step by step, with React examples. So let's understand first what is atoms. It is the first stage of atomic design. So atoms are the smallest functional UI parts like buttons, input or labels. So for example, button, tag, you can see we write button tag like this, and then input also we can use in our HTML code. So they don't have any logic or behavior, they are just visual. So you know, button and input, they are all labels, they are just used as visuals. So unless and until you do not add any function or event to them. So second state which comes out is molecules. Molecule is a combination of atoms. Simple functionality they have. An example, for example, input plus label. When you combine two atoms, they become one molecule. So molecules are group of atoms functioning together. For instance, as I told you in the earlier slide, we can use label, we can use button separately as atoms. So a label and input field can form a search bar molecule. So search bar will be a molecule for us, and it will be having a little behavior and styling. So if you are using atom alone, like input is alone, button is alone, then there will be no functioning to it. But if you combine two items together, they form a molecule. For example, in this case, as I told you, search bar. Search bar is a combination of input plus label. So in this case, it will become a molecule, and a molecule has its little behavior and styling. Now comes the stage number 3, which is organisms. So complex UI components. For example, organisms are relatively complex UI components. So you can say when we combine two atoms, it forms molecules. So the next stage of molecule is organisms. These are the sections of an app like a navbar, sidebar, or a product card. They combine atoms and molecules to build robust blocks. So if you talk about organisms in atomic design, then you can have atom and molecule combined together to form an organisms. Next comes templates. So templates define the layout of a page without real content. They show how organisms fit together. For example, a home page template, it might have include a navbar, banner, and a product grid. So a template has a page layout, static structure where content will be injected. For example is home template. So this is going to be a template for home, and it can have its own structure. It can have its own navbar, banner, product grid. So I hope this is clear up to here. So next is stage 5, which is pages. So pages are final implementations of templates. They use real content and data like fetched products or users info. This is what the user finally sees. So a page can have actual content filled pages. So when they are combined together, they form pages, and they give final rendered views and to our UI, and they are really used for real data. So this is the way how we use atomic design, from atom, molecule, organism, and then, as I told you, template, and then pages. Now this is the structure of React folder structure. If I talk about, for example, SRC. So inside SRC you can create a component folder, and inside component you can have your atoms, molecules, and organisms, and then templates and pages. So this is the way how we create our atomic design. And you can also This is a suggested folder structure actually for React projects following atomic design. Organizing files this way improve maintainability and scalability, because if you are creating like this, and all the atoms, molecules, organism you can assign to the respective folder. So it will help you to create respective atoms, molecule, organism for the respective component when your project is scaling and your project is getting bigger in size. So one of the main advantages that I told you in the last slide, it can help in scalability. There are multiple benefits of atomic design in React are like they help in reusable component, means the component which we assign, which we create with the help of atomic design are more reusable, and the architecture that we set up is more scalable, better team collaboration, multiple teams can work together, and easier testing and debugging. Some major benefit of using atomic design in React, as I told you, reusability is one of the main feature, scalability is another, scalability of code base, better team collaboration always improves the performance, and it is always easier to test. Now, if you think you also want to understand in more detail, you can leave a comment and we will try to come with more example, more intensive video content on this topic. So always one thing remember, that whenever you are working in React, always think in components, always design like a chemist, reuse everything and scale easily. Because if you are creating something, then that means you are taking care of future and you are trying to scale your product. But if you do not take care of all these atomic design initially when you are setting up your architecture, then when your project gets bigger in size or more scalable, then you will get into more trouble. So always try to follow these best practices and always try to make your project more scalable. So I hope you like this video, the content of this video, and thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let me know in the comment if you want a full hands-on coding tutorial. Thanks for watching.